Ladies and gentlemen, I've done the impossible. I decided to go onto CoinMarketCap. As you can see, I screen recorded it and purchased the cheapest cryptocurrency on the market currently. You can look at the price. Look at the price of it. It's worth less than 1/1,000,000th or 1/1,000,000,000th of a cent. I mean, this thing is completely worthless, but I was just thinking, maybe I'll buy $1 of it, see how much I could actually get, how many coins I could get. So there you guys can see. And with, like, the first time it even registers a price is like 11 million or 11 billion coins. That's 1 trillion coins, 111 trillion coins. I don't know what comes after trillion. This coin is crazy how cheap it is. I just think it's funny because, like, this is the only place you could buy an asset for this cheap is on the internet. Like, one of these, just terribly cheap cryptocurrencies. I thought it was funny. And this is its website. Little Angry Bunny V2. There you can see it. It has a roadmap, guys. It has a roadmap. Imagine if I bought like 1 trillion of these coins and then it went to $1. Imagine. But there's its roadmap. Oh my goodness, Q1. I can't even read this. It's too small on my screen. Yeah, no. And then I gotta go. Look at the price of it. Look at the amount of zeros. I found the actual price of it with the amount of zeros, and then I go to Pancake Swap trying to swap the thing. This is where it gets crazy. So I've got baby Bitcoin up, which is another just meme coin, whatever. It's worth like, I don't know, what am I doing here? Oh, I'm trying to add, you got to add it onto, Pancake Swap. You got to add the thing. I end up adding it on. You got to add the address. There it is. Angry Little Bunny. And you can just see how, this is just where it gets crazy. So I switch it. And what do I go to here? I think I go to Baby Bitcoin. There's Safe Moon. There's another meme one. Yeah. Oh, this is BNB. You can see. BNB is worth like $600 right now, but there's one singular baby BTC. It's worth 1 trillion coins in this cryptocurrency. That's how cheap it is. Baby Bitcoin is worth like a millionth of a cent. It's worth nothing. It's crazy. And then I do Safe Moon because a lot of people are familiar with that. So one Safe Moon. This is the cheapest asset I've seen in history. There's no price to it. It is the cheapest thing. You cannot quantify how many zeros are in front of the decimal point with this price. BNB. Oh, I was trying to exchange it here. What are with the fees with BNB? I end up trying to exchange it, and there was like a $3 fee for me to buy $1 worth of this coin. I was big into cryptocurrency back in like 2018. The fees were never like this in 2018. I bought like 30 LTCs for a $1 Coinbase fee, something like that. The fees right now are crazy. It's the transaction fees, the gas fees, whatever. But just something funny. Here's another funny thing. Look at this. Ethereum Meta. Take a look at this coin. Its last, 24 hours? Up 1,000,000%. It's up 1,000,000% in the last 24 hours. And then I found one that literally lost its entire worth. Let me go to I go to the top losers here. I think I go to the top losers. Oh, there's another meme coin. You find all these meme coins now. Ever since what happened with Doge and Elon Musk, the meme coins are just keep coming. Do I go to the top losers? I was doing this at like 11 a.m. this morning. Yeah, and then this coin, it literally lost its entire value. It went from $700, $759 to 38 cents. Cryptocurrency is crazy, guys. I used to be big into cryptocurrency. I actually have a story on cryptocurrency back in 2017. You guys remember BTC, Bitcoin? We were all big into it, whatever. It went to 18.5K, or was it 19.5K? Like late in December 2017, Bitcoin mooned at the time to like 19.5K, and we were all ignorant. We thought it was going to go to 200K by 2020. That was the prediction I had. But I do vividly remember, this is a funny story. So back in December of 2017, the first bull market I experienced, really the only bull market I experienced, because I really got out of cryptocurrency in 2020. Guys, you want some quick financial advice? Shiba, Safe Moon, something like that. If you want to invest into it, it's guaranteed to go up. Coins like that, even a meme coin like Shiba, it's too big to fail. The fact that Shiba got onto Coinbase compared to what was happening in 2018. In 2018, Dogecoin was completely frowned frowned upon. Nobody liked it at all. It was worth 0.3 of a cent. It was still top 10 in market cap. People don't know that. Like, Dogecoin's been top 10 in market cap for a while now, but we all hated it because we thought it delegitimized cryptocurrency. You see how that turned out. If we would have invested $5,000, I remember looking at Dogecoin. I vividly remember it when it was 0.3 of a cent. If we would have invested $5,000 into it and sold when it was 50 cents, whatever, you're making six figures. But of course we don't because we're ignorant. But anyways, guys, like something like Shiba, the one thing with cryptocurrency, this is what I'll say with cryptocurrency, really the only way you lose when it comes to cryptocurrency is by not having patience. If you wait, you're going to have to wait a couple years probably. But if you wait, you will make money. Now, how much money depends on the coin you invest into. Obviously, we can get into that. But it blew my mind when I saw a few weeks ago, I'm not really into crypto anymore. I saw a few weeks ago, Shiba is tradable on Coinbase. A coin worth 1/100th of a cent is tradable on Coinbase. That would have been completely frowned upon just 2 or 3 years ago when I was really in the market. But back in 2017, late 2017, December, the bull market starts. That bull market was Bitcoin mooned, and then all the alts followed right after the new year in 2018. But me and my friend, this was, probably like in between Thanksgiving break and Christmas break. We ended up going, it's like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. It's pitch black because it's December, and in my area, it gets so dark early. We end up going to this abandoned warehouse with all these cryptocurrency mines and these dudes who were quite honestly pedophiles. I mean, these people were crazy, but we went in there and dude, when I walked into that warehouse, that factory, they had like 700 of these cryptocurrency miners set up. And it was like, those really big TVs with the big asses on them. And when you touch them, they were like staticky. That's what the air felt like. It was just all staticky. It felt like I was breathing in radiation. It was a crazy time. And again, all those guys, you invest into Bitcoin in 2016, 2017, you're automatically a millionaire. If you still have money to do it, unless you're stupid. I think the lowest I've ever seen Bitcoin, because the thing is, I got into Bitcoin I didn't get into Bitcoin. I got into cryptocurrency in 2017. I bought a ledger probably the summer of 2017, maybe the fall, I don't know. The lowest I've ever seen Bitcoin, I'd have to look back on the price chart, probably around 2,000 per coin. But what I really should have done was, the thing is, I'm lazy, I don't do jobs, whatever, but I should have just gotten a crappy job and invested all my money into Ethereum. I knew about cryptocurrency, I knew the opportunity was there, but I didn't do it because I'm lazy, guys. I'm lazy. I should have you just throw all your money. Ethereum, the second biggest cryptocurrency, it's guaranteed to go up. Like again, many of these altcoins, if your altcoin is big enough, like Ripple, there's another one that's $1.18 right now or whatever. I don't know what it is right now. That coin will be worth $5 or $6 in a few years. It's just guaranteed. Wait for the next bull market to happen. You've seen all these meme coins on the market. It's pretty funny. They want to be the next Doge. Shiba, it's definitely not going to go up to what Doge was because, again, with the thing with Doge, you have to understand the market cap. Sure, Doge was only worth 0.3 of a cent, but that is millions of percentage points more than what Shiba currently is sitting at, and Shiba's already top 10 in market cap. So there is a cap. It's not like Shiba's going to go to $1. It's basically impossible due to its market cap already being absurdly high, but it definitely will go up. I mean, it's too big of a coin. It has too much going for it. During the next bull run, it's going to get hype and it's going to go up. I remember a few days later, I made, honestly, at the time, it was the biggest. So this is a funny story. So one morning before I go to school, I'm a senior in high school. I was a horrific student. I had about 38 or 39 I skipped one class so many times because we only had to go for the first 4 periods of the day, and then you could leave as a senior because you don't need the credits, right? I'm sure a lot of people do that, but like I would leave after 3rd because I didn't want to stay for 4th, so you'd get the skipped class, and I had so many skipped classes. But one day, it was a Friday. It was probably 3 or 4 days. It was that time frame again, in between Thanksgiving and in between Christmas. There's like 2 weeks left of school, whatever. I was coming home, and I had skipped class, whatever. I was coming home at like 9 a.m. I'm coming home at like 9 a.m. on a Tuesday. No, it was like a Thursday, I think. And the roads, it was one of those situations where it was like 25 degrees out. The roads were very lightly snow-covered, but it was freezing, and the wind chill was about 10 degrees. And I was about to turn right onto my street, but there was this big what was a garbage truck coming my way, and I was going fast, and legitimately, this is a legitimate story, I did not feel safe to turn right onto my street, so I just kept going straight, and what I was going to do was just loop back around and come back to my house, right? Simple enough. As I'm cutting through the neighborhood to loop around to come back to my house, I freaking crashed my car into a curb. And it was just like doing it just went. So the roads were lightly snow covered, but under the snow was ice, and I was going like 25, whatever. It wasn't like I was going fast. It was a residential neighborhood. I was trying to turn and do the loop around to come back to my street, and I crashed my car right into a curb, and I just sat there for 2 seconds. My car was turned off. I turned my car on. It turned on. I was like, oh my goodness. And I tried to go forward, and of course, I was just trying to luck out and get lucky. I get out of the car because there's something wrong. My tire. Okay, so here's my car. My tire is like this. It's unbelievable. My mom still has a picture of it. So I'm sitting there. I don't know the number for it. I don't know what to do. I'm just an ignorant, 17-year-old, whatever. I end up calling my mom, which is a terrible double whammy because not only is my car crashed, and it was really just the tire. It cost me like $500, whatever, but thanks to the insurance. But I was skipping class, and literally the second my mom picks up and I tell her, she's like, why aren't you in class? And I'm just sitting there like, oh my God, this is the worst case scenario for me. The worst case scenario. So my mom ends up coming, she had her lunch break, whatever, and then we call a tow guy, and then I get back, and I had the biggest transaction I had ever done on the blockchain. It was like $3,000 worth of stuff. I was transitioning it to Bitcoin or something. And that morning I did the transaction, and I was waiting for it because I couldn't, at school, I didn't have my ledger with me. You're not going to bring your ledger to your school. I get home, I rush in, and the transaction confirmed. I mean, obviously it was going to confirm, but it's just one of those situations. You've never really moved thousands of dollars worth of money from one place to another. You're nervous about it. The first time you do it, you're nervous about it. So all of that was going. So that was a crazy story. And then 2 weeks later, we have our finals or whatever. Who knows, dude? So you really, like, the last week before break, at least at our high school, it really didn't matter. I mean, you could just, it was just the finals. So you'd have one at 7 o'clock in the morning. That was when we went to school. And then one at 9, and then that's it. And at that particular day, I had one at 7, but none at 9. And really the only, my best friend did not even have a car at the time, and I obviously didn't have a car at the time. I freaking crashed it. It was getting repaired. So I was left with the option to either wait until 3 o'clock, because that's when the buses came, which I wasn't going to do, or walk home from my high school at 9 o'clock in the morning, because I had the one final in the morning. I had no other finals. At 9 o'clock, I start walking home, and let me just tell you guys, when you walk a long distance, I'm talking like 3, 4, 5 miles. I don't know how long it was, but you don't feel it until you sit down. Like, I was walking home, whatever. I remember I was listening to the Joe Rogan podcast episode 911 with Alex Jones, and they were talking about how the government controls the weather. I remember that vividly. I remember walking on the guardrail because there was no sidewalk in certain places. You just got to go. And I got home and I opened a Dr. Pepper sitting at my kitchen table, and I sat down and I could just feel my legs were so sore. And I'm like, oh, that's just because I walked like 7 miles or whatever. It took me like an hour and a half to walk home. That was a tough situation. But guys, overall with cryptocurrency, I'm not even sure what this video was about, honestly. I'm just gonna upload, oh yeah, this video, just doing something fun. The thing is, guys, I have about $500 coming in from YouTube, so I think I'm gonna do a live stream or something like that and just buy a bunch of different cryptos just for fun, try and start a little portfolio or something, buy a bunch of lower priced ones, obviously. Obviously, I'm not gonna buy $500 worth of Bitcoin. There's really no purpose to that. I mean, it's gonna be like, it would be like 0.00001 with how pricey Bitcoin is right now, but man, listen, if any, could you imagine if somebody bought like 1 trillion coins worth of something that's just crap, and then it goes to $1 somehow, and then they exchange it for Bitcoin? How crazy would that be? But it's impossible because the volume's too low, simply. But guys, that is going to do it for this video. Make sure you're following me on Twitter. Link to that's always in the description. I'm, of course, the Depressed Ginger. Thank you for watching.